Get ready for an amazing adventure into the wild.
Welcome to another science exploration. Today we are going to explore about mammals. We will see what they are, some common examples of mammals, including the biggest mammals found on Earth, where they are found, their characteristics, and some fun facts about them. So stay till the end of this explainer. Grab your imaginary explorer hats because we're about to jump right into the wild world of the animal kingdom.
So, let's kick things off. What exactly is a mammal anyway? Well, they're a pretty exclusive club in the animal kingdom. Just like you and me, they are vertebrates, which means they have a backbone. But what really separates them from, say, birds or reptiles is that mammals are warm-blooded, they rock some hair or fur, and the moms feed their babies with milk. Seriously, mammals are super advanced. They take amazing care of their little ones, teaching them the ropes of survival, and they are incredibly smart. Now, you probably hang out with mammals every single day without even realizing it. I mean, they're literally everywhere. We're talking about the dogs and cats snoozing on your couch, all the way to the cows out grazing in the fields. But this huge family tree also includes some of the wildest animals out there, like fierce lions and super playful monkeys swinging through the jungle. Oh, and guess what? You, me, your best friend, your teacher, yep, we are all mammals too.
Okay, let's take a deep dive into the ocean to see just how gigantic mammals can get. We are talking about the ultimate, undisputed heavyweight champion, the blue whale. This isn't just the biggest mammal in the water. It is literally the largest animal to ever exist on planet Earth. Yep, even bigger than the dinosaurs. The females are actually heavier than the males, tipping the scales at a mind-blowing 190,000 kilograms. To picture that, imagine about 30 school buses all stacked up together. It is just wild, right? A true gentle giant.
All right, let's swim back to shore and head on to land, where we'll find the largest land mammal on Earth, the spectacular African elephant. You know them by their huge flapping ears, those powerful trunks, and giant tusks. They are absolutely the kings of the savanna. A fully grown male African elephant can weigh up to 7,000 kilograms. That is heavier than a massive delivery truck. But despite being so huge, they're actually super gentle and social. They basically just spend their whole day hanging out, munching on grass, leaves, and bark.
So, where do all these amazing creatures actually live? Well, the short answer is practically everywhere. Mammals are incredibly adaptable. You've got tigers prowling through lush forests, camels trekking across blistering hot deserts, polar bears chilling on the freezing polar ice, and, like we saw, whales cruising the deep oceans. We even have mammals living completely underground in caves, like bats and moles. And don't forget right in the middle of our bustling cities, where squirrels, rats, and our awesome pets make themselves right at home.
Now let's put on our scientist goggles to look at the characteristics that make a mammal a mammal. There are 6 main superpowers here. First up, they are warm-blooded. That's just a fancy way of saying they have a built-in heater to keep their body temperature stable, whether they are in the snowy Arctic or a blazing desert. Second, they all have hair or fur at some point. Yes, even baby whales get a little peach fuzz. Third, they produce nutrient-packed milk for their babies. Fourth, most give birth to live young instead of laying eggs. Fifth, they have big, highly developed brains for learning and solving tricky problems. And number 6, they have a high-energy, 4-chambered heart. This pumps perfectly sorted blood around, giving them all the energy they need to run, jump, and play.
Moving right along into our fun facts, let's look up at the night sky. Did you know the bat is the absolute only mammal that can truly fly? Sure, a flying squirrel can glide, but a bat actually flaps and flies exactly like a bird. But here is the craziest part. Their wings aren't really wings at all. They are actually modified hands. They have these super long fingers with stretchy skin pulled between them. So when a bat is zipping through the night, it is basically waving its giant hands to soar under the moon. How cool is that? Let's splash back over to the ocean for a second to meet an absolute brainiac, the dolphin. These guys are so unbelievably smart and playful, they rank right at the top of the animal intelligence charts. They even use complex clicks and whistles to chat with each other. But want to hear something that will totally blow your mind? If you drop a mirror in the water, a dolphin actually recognizes its own reflection. Most animals would just think it's a rival and try to fight it, but a dolphin? A dolphin knows exactly who's staring back.
Now prepare yourselves for one of the weirdest, most wonderful animals on Earth, the platypus. Remember a minute ago when I said mammals give live birth? Well, the platypus is a total wild rule breaker. It is a mammal, it has fur and it makes milk, but it actually lays eggs. Along with its spiky little cousin, the echidna, it is one of the only mammals in the world that does this.
Add in a duck bill and webbed feet, and it honestly looks like Mother Nature just glued a bunch of different puzzle pieces together. Let's journey back to the savannah for another fun fact. You have probably heard the old saying, an elephant never forgets, right? Well, it turns out that is entirely true. Elephants have a legendary memory. Because their brains are so massive and complex, they can remember the exact locations of hidden water holes across miles and miles of scorching desert. And even more amazingly, they can recognize old friends and family members even if they haven't seen each other for decades. Talk about a best friend forever. And for our last fun fact, we are sprinting to the finish line with the cheetah. Thanks to that supercharged four-chambered heart we talked about earlier, the cheetah holds the title of the fastest land mammal on the entire planet. When it locks onto a meal, it can go from 0 to a blazing 100 kilometers per hour in short bursts. That is literally as fast as a car zooming down the highway. Their bodies are just perfectly engineered for speed, making them the ultimate track stars of the wild. As our amazing tour winds down, take a second to think about all the incredible creatures we have talked about today. From giant blue whales in the deep sea to tiny bats flapping their hindwings in the moonlight. We've seen speed demon cheetahs, genius dolphins, and the completely quirky platypus. So ask yourself, what is your absolute favorite mammal? And more importantly, since we share this beautiful planet with all of them, what can we do to help protect their homes so they can keep thriving? So, the big takeaway today is that mammals are an incredibly diverse, super intelligent, and highly adaptable bunch that rely on warm blood, fur, and amazing parenting to survive literally all over the globe. We have explored what makes them unique, marveled at their massive sizes, and learned some totally wild facts about them. If you find the video informative, please like the video. Thanks.